Hello everyone, we are going to do a weird one today. And you're like, what do you mean, a weird one? My name is Anne, and I do book reviews of all shapes and sizes. And it is my passion and my love. I love doing it, I love reading, and I just gave a little review about it. And today we're gonna do a weird one because it is Kitchen Science Labs for Kids. A little different, but it deserves its just review like any other book, and we are going to give that to this book. So it was written by Liz Lee Heinecke, and let's find out a little bit about what it's about, right? So there's no place like home to start inspiring young scientists. The 52 labs and kitchen science labs for kids requires no specialized equipment or dangerous chemicals. Instead, they use materials most of us keep in our pantries: milk, aluminum foil, laundry detergent, to introduce fundamental principles of physics, chemistry, and biology. Calling on her experience in research labs and as a mom, author Liz Lee Heinecke has developed experiments that are safe enough for the youngest children in the house and engaging enough for the oldest. 52 family-friendly labs, tips for keeping a science journal, suggestions for taking your experimentation to the next level with creative enrichment, accessible explanations of science behind the fun. So, this book is wonderful. I do love it, especially during COVID. Whenever we were doing, we had the older kids that were in virtual learning, and then I had a 4-year-old who was not, but we wanted to kind of get him prepped, and we didn't want him to be bored all day. And I have homeschooled my girls before, so doing just the tiny tot was a breeze. And it was a lot of fun. But I wanted to include something fun at the end of the day after the learning. Well, I mean, the learning is fun too, but something really fun. And we picked up this book, and it was great. I actually think it was a Christmas present from our Nini. Thank you, Nini. You're awesome. So we got this book, and we gave it a try. And it was very great. So first things first, I would definitely read through the experiment. We did it page by page. I did not pick and choose personally. I was just like, you know what, 52 experiments, we'll do one at a time. Done. One for 5 days a week, and on the weekends we don't do any experiments. The kids love these so much that my older kids joined in with the experiments, and so I started getting enough for them to be able to do it with us. And they all had a blast. It was a ton of fun. So the first one was, of course, if anyone has done the Mentos Diet Coke thing. I felt a little bit bad about wasting food, but seeing the joy on the kids' face, they just loved it. And it kind of went over what was happening and why, the science behind the thing. I guess that wasn't the first one. The first one was color changing magic potion, which was also really cool. Most of these were really cool. I'm going to say out of all 52, there was maybe 5 that didn't work for us. And that's why I would recommend trying them, or at least reading through and trying them beforehand. I read through, but I didn't try it. I was like, oh, okay, I've got the material. We'll just make it work. And I wish on a couple of them we would have practiced, because it did take a little bit of extra loving on just a few. Like I said, like 5, that's really not bad for 52 projects. And there was, like I said, out of those 5, the kiddo kind of got bored and wandered away. It was like, okay, this is taking too long. I'm not interested. Other than that, they had some really awesome things like neo-Newtonian fluids. The favorite by far, and saved me on more than one babysitting adventure, because when kids come over, we have a playroom, and eventually they got bored, was, of course, making your own rocket, which is right here, with straws, which are not the most eco-friendly, but you can replace it with eco-friendly straws, like a metal straw. We did not, because, we tried, we do our best, but we didn't. And so now we know, hindsight 2020. But it's with paper and a straw, and the kids, as you see, shot them, and then I had them do races, and then they were chasing each other around, shooting around each other. Great book. If you have kids, or you're just an adult that likes to do experiments, hit it up. The other thing that was really cool is that we almost have a forever little book from the science experiments. I went to the dollar store beforehand and got a little notebook and stickers and things, and I had him draw. So we would date it, and he would draw what happened in his words. I wouldn't tell him what happened. We would do the experiment, and then we would come back to our journal, and we would say, what we do today, what happened? And he would draw it down or use stickers, and it was really awesome. Excuse me, sorry. To see how he internalized things, what he saw, and using the different crayons and colors of what happened was very awesome. So this is a very fun thing to do. I would definitely recommend this book. She did a great job. Awesome job, Liz. Go mom. And most of the things worked out really well. Especially, you know, like I said, like 5, maybe 7. I'd say 5. And then to this day, he still asks for his science experiments. And to this day, he asks for specific ones that he can try again. A lot of fun. And most of it is relatively inexpensive because that's another thing is getting, you know, materials for all these products. You would think that they would be really expensive. They're really not. There was a few that we didn't have in the house and we had to get, but most of the things we already had. Or if we didn't have, we needed anyway. Like I think we ran out of vinegar. I was like, yeah, we need that anyway, right? So how much is this going to cost you, the book? On Thrift Books, I found it for $4.19. Please keep in mind on Thrift Books, if you get orders over $10, you get shipping free. And if you get enough points like this guy right here, you can get free books. I have a ton of free books because I've built up points on Thrift Books. It's awesome. Check it out if you want. They're not sponsored or anything. I just think they're amazing. Book nerd. Barnes & Noble, you can get it for $22.49. Amazon, you can get it on your Kindle for $10.92, which might be an option if you don't want a ton of books in your house. That's totally fine. Or in paperback for $11.49. So, yes, sticker all the way. Like I said, weird book to review, but I do not discriminate against my beloved books. And this one is a lot of fun. And especially if you find yourself over the summer. So say your kids are in the summer, home on the summer, and they don't, you know, you want to give them a little bit of freedom to do what they want. Have them do an experiment a day. And at least they're doing something. And you have, you know, a little science journal along the way. And then, you know, boom, you put a little writing assignment with that. So at least they're writing. They're doing this. Hit up some Duolingo. Your kids are at least accomplishing something by the end of the day. And at the end of the summer, they haven't just let their brains rot upstairs. Or you can, and that's no problem. I don't judge you either. So that is it. Please like and subscribe if you so choose. No pressure there either. And if you like the video, if there was something different you'd like me to do in the video, please let me know. I'll take any tips or critiques. As I said, this is very new for me, and I'm open to any ideas. Also, if there are any books that you would like me to review, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to review a book. If there's one that you came across that you are nervous to read, maybe you're afraid that there'll be like, you know, a trigger warning or something in there, I will read it and let you know and give you a review on it and whether or not I think you should buy it and how much it cost and such. So as always, thank you so much and have an amazing day. Enjoy your rainy day and get out there and read something. Yes.